In this one I've got 2 orange bell peppers. If I don't have a lot of plants in this variety, I'll try to separate them both. But I've got a lot of orange bell peppers, so in this case I'm going to cut the weaker one. Less trouble transplanting, and you don't have to worry about breaking the roots on them or anything like that. See how this one broke on me and I just killed it. Hey guys, I've got this Jiffy container here with the Jiffy Pots inside, and I'm going to try to show y'all how I transplant them into bigger containers. Alright guys, I've got my Jiffy Pot. What I usually do is after these sprout, after I see the first leaves, I take them out of my Jiffy container and I set them out underneath the light for about a day or two. And once they get about this big, I'll transplant them into bigger cups. This is a 9-ounce cup I got from Walmart. What I do is I fill it about a quarter of a way full with soil. You could fill it all the way to the top, but as your plant gets bigger, you're going to have to repot it because it's going to be leaning over or whatnot. What I like to do is I like to fill it a quarter of a way or halfway full. That way when your plant continues to grow, you can continue to put soil around the base of it. Okay. First I'll take this little mesh off here. Don't worry about your soil crumbling off, because when your plant's this big, the root system hasn't made it all the way to the bottom, so you're not going to damage the roots or anything. What I like to do is I like to break it in the middle there. There's still no roots, so I might go a little bit further up. Usually till I start seeing a root structure of some kind. And I'll take this whole piece here, I'll try to get it even all the way around. I'll take this whole piece here, take my cup, and I'll try to slide it down. Try to slide it down the edge like so, keeping it straight up. Use my finger or a magic marker or Sharpie marker or something. After you got that, you want to add a little bit of potting soil around the edge, because the growing media in them Jiffy pots dries out real fast. So this potting soil will stay moist a little longer in them Jiffy pots. After you do that, you want to get a sharp knife, cut a hole, one hole will do, in the bottom of your cup. That way when you water, the water won't sit up in there and kill the plant. Always give it some water after you transplant, so the roots will stay moist and get used to its new home. And I am a firm believer in labeling your plants so you know what they are. This is an Ildai cherry tomato. It produces a yellow tomato, and from what I've read on them, they're very sweet and very delicious. Alright, I'll do another one because I've got a bunch of them to do. Take your Jiffy pot and your cup. Tear the mesh off of your Jiffy pot. Now this is an orange bell. I've heard of people leaving this on, but it don't look like something that'll that'll go away. Probably take a couple years for this to go away, and I mean your roots will grow through it and everything, but I just assume take it off. It's real easy to take it off. It don't take a lot of time, so I take mine off. Break it in half. You see the root structure? A little bit of root right there. So you don't want to break off any more than what you've already broke off. Take it and press it on the side and kind of slide it down. Sometimes they'll break on you, but if you be real careful and keep that tomato plant or bell pepper or whatever straight as possible, just take your finger and mash around the sides, keeping it straight. You shouldn't have a problem. I'm going to add a little bit of potting soil on top of this. It's not that tall, so I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit on top. Don't forget to poke your hole in the bottom. Give it a good drink. Alright guys, once again I have a red bell pepper here that I'm going to transplant. Again, I just tear this mesh off like so. Very easy. This plant is probably not even an inch tall, so I will break it off right in the middle somewhere. And there's the root, so I won't break off anymore. I have my cup filled almost halfway up. And let's try to drop this down. Yep, you can just drop it down in there sometimes and it'll stay. But usually I like to slide mine down. Kind of press around the sides so you won't have any air pockets on the side. Sprinkle a little bit of potting soil. And as your plant grows taller, you can continue to add potting soil. And do not forget to poke a hole and give it a nice drink. I'm watering with straight rainwater. It isn't water from the faucet or anything. Strictly rainwater. Always label your plants. If you don't label your plants and you grow a really good tomato, it grows about 7 pounds, 8 pounds, and you broke the record for the biggest tomato or the biggest bell pepper or whatever, how are you going to tell them what kind of tomato it is? Unless you grow. Alright guys, here they are, all my transplants. Thank all y'all for watching. Bye. Then I got my orange bell. Hey guys, look here. They're still alive. Purple bell. Can you believe it? Then I got the sweet chocolate bell.